Thanks for joining us again and welcome to our very different life. Currently, we are living in a 43-foot, 2-bedroom, 1-loft, 5th-wheel RV. We have been living in our beautiful home on wheels for a smidgens over a year and a half now, and we absolutely love it. We clearly have not given this thing a bath in months, and it obviously shows. It was nice to finally get the outside clean. Their bedroom is almost done. We have their shelf cleared off. We have everything in their beds. All their toys and their random loose things. Just keep them popped up. The slide goes in just fine. Our bathroom is done, ready to go.
Thank you, baby. Got disconnect the propane. Reverse threading. It's not used very often. Never trust your fridge. Ours had them little fabric straps. Them didn't work. We don't even mess with them anymore. Them did not work at all. If them actually work for others, power to you. But the very first time we tried that, we got there, doors were open, there's food everywhere. So now we just tape the crap out of it.
It's so cool!
Yeah, we gotta tape the fridge so it doesn't open. Now, what you're about to see is probably one of the worst cons I have experienced. What?
Oh, shit. That could have been really, really bad.
After a long day, we are all set and ready to finally hitch up. We were hoping to leave a lot earlier, but the ladybug attack completely caught us off guard. It tacked on another half hour at least, maybe even more time. We were hoping to leave before dark, and well, that unfortunately did not happen. We have a reputation for always showing up to our campsite after dark, and this will be no different. Don't forget to hit your notification bell to make.
So today, we're gonna be putting in a diesel heater. I made up these little brackets. I just went and got some 90s from the Home Depot there, put them together. That's gonna allow it to sit up off the ground. We pulled out our fireplace. I don't know if you can swing in here. I just kind of tucked all the wires up in the sides, zip tied them to the sides. That way we have all this space for activities. This guy's gonna live right about right there. We got our hole marked out there for the exhaust. We are going to use this for the exhaust. That is a boat through hole exhaust. That's gonna go outside and prevent us from, burning the camper. We're gonna have hot air coming out here. We got a cutout for that. You guys didn't need to see that because I used a steak knife. You can use whatever you have at your disposal. It's gonna be pretty slick. I'm gonna have the air intake come from in here. I have a hole cut up there so that way it'll kind of draw air through our cabinets. I'm hoping that that will help with our condensation issue. I'm sure that you guys know in your campers, like the top corners of the slides, when you get real cold down into the single digits and stuff, they seem to collect condensation quite a bit because it's so chilly right there. So hopefully by pulling air from the cabinets, we'll kind of pull warm air from the living room into the cabinets and keep air circulation, which is condensation's enemy. We're gonna start some drilling, some holes, some screwing. Pull this guy back out of here. We'll take the bracket off. Diesel heaters can be had pretty cheap. I think I paid like 70 or 80 bucks for it. And people rave about them. So we're gonna find out. Our plate bolted in. We got our diesel heater bolted to the plate. And I just hooked up the fuel line. Basically, they give you this long rubber hose that you just cut into chunks to use to splice that onto the fitting. It's not the best quality stuff. Probably should upgrade some of it. Like these heater vents, they're not great. We're gonna probably get nicer ones. Now, we're gonna have to drill a hole in the wall for the exhaust, a hole in the floor for the intake, and a small hole in the floor for the fuel line. Then we should be ready to tie everything else together, fire it up. So we gotta put an exhaust out the wall. I'm gonna start by drilling a small pilot hole to make sure this is in an okay spot. Extend that a little bit more. We might be through. This is gonna have to be like that. No return. Alright, I gotta find some masking tape. Alright, we have our hole right here. Our first one was a little too low. Mask this area off. We don't want to damage it. This masking tape will help keep the fiberglass together. Alright. Pop this through our hole.
Peekaboo.
Nerve wracking. Alright, back out here with our vent. I gotta mount this right there. on that. We'll put our bolts in. Oh, I hate drilling into this thing. It scares me so much. If you've ever wondered how thick your floor is, it's thick. Very thick.
This is the controller for the diesel heater.
Is it powered on? It's powered on.
Yeah. Oh, oopsies. Alright, so everything is set up, hooked up, drilled, screwed on. It's all done. Mike's just programming it. It's on. It's stanky. Look at that. New stuff stank.
Oh, that'll burn.
Oh my gosh, don't touch it. It's really hot. It's not gonna like get too hot, is it?
I hope not.
It smells like it's getting too hot.
It's gonna get hot. First time running.
Is it more hot? It's getting warm now. It smells like...
Yeah, it's kind of broken a little bit.
The gas fireplace kind of has that stank when you first turn it on after a while. Like dust stank. I don't know how to explain it.
It's really warm. That's really kicking off some heat.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's kind of loud.
It won't be as loud as that fireplace in there.
I spent the night with the diesel heater running. And that's what it looks like. It's sitting behind our fireplace. And right now, I'm just going to look at the temperature. We do have it turned off because it was getting pretty warm in here. But right now it says 79 degrees. And that is with like no propane running. Our windows did not have like any condensation because our propane pretty much never even ran. Propane's expensive. So we're going to see how much diesel this diesel heater used after one night.
It feels really full.
Wow, it's a dandelion.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, that was yellow. Holy crap.
It was only full to about there. It only went down about that far.
Wow, so it should last like a week. How much was that bucket?
It was like $50.
So $50 for a week of heat?
Yeah. It would be like $20 a bit. Propane.
That's where our exhaust is.
We got 2 flowers.
No signs of any issues there.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's officially insanely cold out.
Last week we had 50s. This week we have ice floating down the river.
It snowed a few times already, but it melted fairly quickly and been in the single digits a few times at night. Our kitchen water froze once, but it only took 3 hours to thaw out completely. The bathroom water was fine though, it didn't freeze. It doesn't help that we haven't got our foam board up yet, but we will be doing that later on in this video because there is a pretty good snowstorm coming that says 6+ inches of snow, so we definitely want to get that up before it's too late. We went out and started on the foam board. I know it looks late because it's dark out, but it's not late. It's about 6 p.m. and not as cold as the next few days, so today will probably be the best day for us to get this done. We put our foam board up last year around this time, so I'd say we're pretty much on schedule. And if you haven't seen that video, I recommend checking it out, especially if you're stuck up north in the winter like we are. We are doing it a little bit different this year because, well, we lived and we learned. We are using the same foam board we used last year, which is nice because 1, we save money doing so, and 2, it's already pre-cut and shaped to our rig. All we had to buy this year was the foil tape. 1, 2. And 3. It's kind of windy, so I'm just gonna stick it in there so it doesn't roll away, but it's kind of in order for him. While Mike taped, I went through the foam boards trying to get them in order so he didn't have to look for them, taking up more of his time, and he could just continue taping so he could hopefully get done a lot faster. Mike did have to make some minor adjustments to conform to the height difference from last year to this year and the different location of the sewer drain and water. Hey guys, it is 8 degrees out here and we are out here doing it. We're putting up this foam board because we thought it was going to get warm. At least over freezing temperatures, but it's not. It's just going to keep getting colder. There's going to be one day of like 32 or 33.
Yeah, so stuff for now or stuff for every day?
Chile! I'm not going to be so bad without the wind. The wind makes it so much worse.
Yeah, that wind makes it so much worse. I can't believe you're doing it with those snow pants.
I don't know, these pants are pretty dang warm. I think if I was in jeans though, I'd be uncomfortable.
So I'm trying to unwrap all that foil. It's a bad idea to wrap that over because that foil rubbing on here is going to scratch the RV.
It.
Yeah.
Because that lip goes right there.
There you go. Oh, no.
Alright, so that goes in that little slot.
I'm just going to do this.
I guess like that.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to have to trim it on. Of course, that's why I tape it.
The flashlight even turned off. Oh, my phone's about to die.
Uh-oh. We're nocturnal. We're just nocturnal people. Everything we're going to do is going to be at night.
You get to our campsites at night. And foam board at night.
This one's not one of the smarter ones.
I'm trying to foam board before it gets cold. Last year it was freezing too when I got it. You were doing it in like the ice rain.
Yeah,
I think we had like one day that was
raining.
nice, but it was still cold out.
Could be ice raining.
Well, we went inside and Mike continued the foam board process. While he was doing that project, I started cutting carpet in the toddler's bedroom so their floor is a lot warmer. First, I had to take everything out of their bedroom and vacuum, clean up, you know, the usual. Clear it out, and now I just gotta get the rug in here and start chopping away. So this is the rug I have. So this is the end of the floor right here. So we have like all this extra space. This project would be messy going into it, especially being a shag rug, but I did not think it would be this messy. So I have it wood all done, carpeted. I just left a flap there because cold comes in from all ways. After I finished up and put a piece of foam board down on their slide floor, I was able to start putting everything back into their room. Our kids sleep in pack and plays with mattresses. We cut the net out of Shushini's bed so she has freedom to get in and out, and we will be doing the same to Hamilton's bed very soon. We like the pack and play options because in the daytime we're able to break them down and they have their whole room to play. And then at night I put their beds back up again. To store them, I just toss them on our bed in our room so they're out of everyone's way. So Mike will be putting up some final touches and tweaks on the foam board to make sure we are ready for the cold. He pushed the mud and grass against the bottom to help seal up the bottom cracks where it wasn't even, and then he started to build the skirting for the nose of our rig to help keep our bedroom warm.
I made the nose come out farther this year. Before last year I ended about there. But with that condensation issue, I want to try and enclose more of it to keep all that thawed. Janky looking build. You can show it too a little bit. This wood frame that we got to hold all the foam board up in the front. It's kind of janky, but you just gotta make something that works.
And it's kind of cool because it also doubles as a storage area, which is kind of useful.
The mansion. Yeah, see, it's pretty deep. You can see all the way back there. We got a really nice gravel base this year. That's nice. We're almost there. We just gotta cover the last few holes. Oh, it's freaking gold. Just start by just squeezing this. It's just such a weird shape. On the verge of being chilly. Very long pieces kind of about this wide over here. Oh, this guy. That's a pretty good one. I feel like I'm sculpting it. Just call me a foam board artisan. We are getting there. It's gonna need some tape. Got such a mess going on.
We were driving home and we saw all these lights and cars in a line.
You guys say card or cash only?
Or our ability to argue. It's not our apologetic finesse.
This is your carpet.
So of course we had to check it out, and I'm glad we did because it was a drive-through Christmas light show.
Thank you.
Don't forget to turn. You gotta turn your radio down to get around the corner.
Okay.
Start singing Christmas carols super loud.
All right.
And the tots absolutely loved it, especially Sushi. She gets very excited for Christmas lights. Ticket price was $20 a car, and you got $5 off if you brought a non-expired, non-perishable food item.
Ice fisher. That's intense. It's got fish and everything.
Oh my god.
Ice fishing. He's got his pull behind shack up on the skis there. He's even catching a fish in the ice.
They also gave us a calendar as a gift. So I'm gonna stop chatting and let you guys enjoy these Christmas lights. Once we got home, we disassembled our table. Well, we didn't disassemble it. We just unattached it from the floor so we can move it over. Because yes, we are bringing in a live Christmas tree into our RV. A 6-foot, very much live Christmas tree in our RV. So we put it up, we watered it. We did have to trim it up a bit to make it fit a little bit better, but it wasn't too hard. Mike got it done. And of course, the cats are always the first to check out the Christmas tree. And I can tell you, Betty Cat loved it. So after it was put in, we moved the table over, everything was kind of set up. I started to put the lights on it. And that's more of a mommy job, so the tots just watched. Once I got the topper on. Leaving the RV park, we noticed that the cold temps weren't treating those who did not foam board very well. Not too long ago, Mike spent some time studying the tires, and studs make a world of a difference when you're driving on ice. Now, I'm not a big fan of ice. It scares me to think if you fall through that, it could be it, but it was also negative 15 for 2 days in a row recently, so I feel pretty confident that it's frozen solid. This day was above freezing, so the ice was just a little wet on the top. Mike was just making a quick pit stop to make sure we're all doing good and everything's great. Mike dropped us off at the beach, unhooked, and the tots played in the stand while he ripped a few fast laps. Mike was going a bit slower, well, a lot slower, when we were hooked up to him for obvious reasons, but he wanted to have some fun too in the fast lane. We headed back to the car and I got the kids out of their snow gear and Mike loaded up the bike.
It's been a couple weeks since we got this one, but we're gonna get around to putting it in today. Now this is our dual brushless motor diesel heater, and it's going to replace that regular Chinese diesel heater. I already had the motor go out on that one, so just kind of not a big fan of it anymore. I got it fixed, it is working, we've been using it, but this one should be much better. It should allow us to run the fan fast while we run the heat slow, the whole point of the dual motors. So join us as we throw it in today. So that hole, guys, that's cut in so when the furnace is in here, it can draw air through the pantry, which keeps air circulating in there. Any of you guys that are staying in a cold climate probably are aware already that any of your pantries, any of your slide corners will start to build up condensation in the outside corner a bit. I'm gonna chop out that vinyl kind of where it's at. Wasn't having any problems with it, but it's less flammable to have it not there. Might put down like a little sheet of some foil or something, keep the heat out. Say this is a little replacement piece somewhere if we ever have an issue.
Mike just went outside quick to switch the pumps in the diesel bucket. They are the same size, but now we have a backup pump just in case. This kit, so they give you the good exhaust clamps on it. Now if you go to any Chinese diesel eater forum, people will be telling you go out and buy these clamps right away. Heavy duty bolt clamps, not your standard hose clamps. So it's pretty cool that they just include these. They look really big. Hopefully they tighten down. It'd be not cool if they include too big of ones. I was pretty excited that they give you the good clamps until I realized they looked a little big, so I tightened one up all the way. Not tight enough, so that's not cool. They made an attempt. They tried to give you the good clamps, but they didn't actually measure anything. So that sucks. If you buy this kit, you won't be able to use the exhaust clamps. You really should get this style exhaust clamp. I couldn't find them at my hardware store, so I had to stick with the regular ones, like this style. We'll just be reusing these, I guess, for now. It's not new anymore. We got it in. It's fired up. Just lit. Starting to kind of slowly ramp up right now. I will say immediately it is quieter than the last one for sure. Get that nice burning plastic smell of a brand new unit. They're really ramping up now. Modifications I did. This exhaust pipe, this one comes nice and short already. The last one I had was like that tall. I hacked it down to about this so I could slide it up, give it a little bit more room here. I didn't have any problems before with the laminate, but it makes me feel a little bit safer, I guess, not having laminate under it. This isn't gonna burn, laminate will. She's ramping up now.
Yeah, I hear it.
We're blowing all the foam out of the vents. Other than that, I had to get a new tee. My original tee just got like brittle and disintegrated. I don't see anyone else having that issue, so I'm not sure why the heck I did. But yeah, hopefully this tee doesn't disintegrate. This unit claims The exhaust runs substantially cooler at only 212 compared to 725. Now, I did temp gauge this pipe, and I was running about 400 on that pipe, so it is very hot before, and I plan to check it again with this one. Oh, it's putting out some beautiful heat. Oh, it's so hot. This thing definitely moves way more air than the last unit. It's actually kind of impressive how much this one blows more. Probably at least twice as much. I would get this out of like one vent before. So, definitely an improvement. Thing we did was we had a switch in here, so if we put it on low, we can turn the heater on or off, and then with it off, it'll run just the fan and it'll pull the warm air from that diesel heater chamber out, and it's like a little bit of extra free heat running. So far I like this controller a lot. It's pretty simple. Push this button to turn it on. Then once it turns on, it has 3 modes: eco, standard, or strong. Each of those are respective fan settings. Of course, strong, a lot of heat, you can't turn it down past 7. Down in eco, you have 1 through 9 for the fan speeds. And depending on whether you're using eco, standard, or strong, you'll use more or less fuel. It also has auto mode with Fahrenheit, luckily, where you can just set it to whatever temperature you'd like it to maintain. Pretty handy. Once it fires up, you'll be able to see the fuel usage gauge. That shows you about how fast it's running the fuel pump. Just started running it now. Level 9 on eco, only use about 2 bars of fuel. But if we crank it up to strong, level 9, up to 3 bars now. I haven't even seen it go up to the 4th bar yet. Oh, there's the 4th bar. There's full power. Oh, wow, that's getting really hot too. Nice to be able to run the fan speed on a lower heat setting. Still get really hot air, but that higher fan speed kind of helps move it around the room a lot better.
Holy crap, that scared me.
So, today we're going on a little adventure. We're gonna go head over to Lake Winnebago, one of the biggest, probably, besides the 5 Great Lakes, it's gotta be one of the top 5 biggest lakes in the United States for a freshwater lake. It's like 9 or 10 miles wide and like 30 miles long. And right now, they got a 2-week sturgeon spearing season going on. So there should be a lot of people pulling some sturgeons up. If you don't know what a sturgeon is, it's a pretty crazy fish. Like, from back in the dinosaur era. They've been around millions of years. They were hunted pretty much to almost extinction for a little bit in the early 1900s. They are the caviar fish.
Oh yeah.
That's where caviar is from, is a sturgeon. If it's not from a sturgeon, it's a caviar alternative. And so they just recently, this last year, got took off the endangered species list. So that means, of course, we got to go hunt them right away. Not us, we're not hunting them, but you'll see there's thousands of shacks out on this lake trying to get these fish. Should be a pretty fun day. And if you like our content, it only takes a second, but it means the world to us if you could hit that subscribe button.
participate is walking. We thought we could park closer, but we can't.
Catch ya, Mama.
We're almost there. Thanks, you.
Happy.
You are heavy. Because you're a big girl. Here in the big tent, they have food, drinks, and a whole lot of people. There were a few vendors selling some random things, and at some point there were fish being weighed and sized, but we missed that part. We were hoping to see a sturgeon, but there was no fish in there that we saw. Since there wasn't too much going on though, we just enjoyed a little bit of music, let the kids goof off for a little bit, and then we left because we wanted to head up the lake. So we're leaving the sturgeon tent right now. There were no sturgeons in there.
It wasn't even a specific fish. It was like any fish.
Yeah, it was really weird. Not what we expected at all. But we're back to the car.
Buy golden retriever puppies. They're advertising that good one.
Only one vehicle on the bridge at a time. Look at all these vehicles. Welcome to Lake Winnebago. Silence out here is just insane. Yeah, lock the door. My seat better not be wet.
So we're cruising across Lake Winnebago right now. It's a pretty cool lake. It's gotta be one of the biggest in the US. It has to be. I mean, we've been going probably 5 miles alone just across this thing now. It'd be like probably an hour and a half drive around it to get to the other side. Alright, so we just crossed right there, across the frozen Lake Winnebago. We're gonna get an actual mile count on the way back, but normally an hour just to go around that half of the lake, and I think we just did it in like 10 minutes.
The local fishing clubs put these bridges out for people to cross cracks near the shore, but only once the ice reaches at least 12 inches. They also have pine trees marking the ice road, so you know which way to go. The trees are tilted towards the closest shoreline, and any trees that are laying flat means that that area is not safe. So do not enter.
Hit it, and we've still got another couple hundred yards to go. 9 miles wide alone.
These mountains of ice are actually called ice shoves.
Cool, like the White House looking building behind. That's redneck.
This is where we currently are. So guys, we are currently stuck. Yes, this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle, but at some point it stopped working because now it won't turn on. Good news is there is a ton of people out here to help. The bad news is our help just got stuck.
I've been shoveling forever. You really hear it crack.
Well, I am glad that it didn't take as long as I thought it would, and Mike didn't have to work so hard to get us out. He did end up having to unplug the battery to get it to fix whatever problem the 4-wheel drive was having. It did the trick, and we were back on the ice.
4-wheel drive shift in progress. How long has that been out here? They're not getting back out. Oh, we're almost back into our circle.
Got a huge tent. What is that for?
Oh, maybe that's why everybody's parked.
Is there an event here? There's all porta potties and stuff.
I think, or maybe there was an event. I wonder if it was a Sturgeon Spearing event.
Alright, we just had to make a quick pick stop. We are off ice. We gotta get some gas. It has been a long day, but it isn't quite over yet. We fueled back up and headed back out on the ice so we could experience the sunset on Lake Winnebago.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows to capture in. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise, I think I'll let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, I know I can't make it through. Every night is the same, I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, I know. All of my problems, I know.
We have so many more adventures to take y'all on that you're not going to want to miss. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. We will see you in the next video.
Heels are freaking great. My hat flew off. Stop, grab my hat. Hard dude.
Devil's Head Resort, the third largest ski resort. Pink suit over there.
So guys, checking out Devil's Head. One of the best things ever is skiing at 50 degrees. It's a freaking nice spring day out today. People hitting boxes. They got some nice little features down there. It's gonna be some sticky, slow snow, but it should be pretty fun. These things haven't been waxed in forever. It's gonna be real slow on these. Probably gonna ditch them in the first couple runs. It's gonna get serious. Oh my gosh, it's like slush. It's gonna be slush skiing. Wonder if any of these places do a water ski. It's so crazy. There's no off trail today. Off trail is not optional unless you want to go for a hike. Still looks like a pretty good base on the hill though. I don't know, about a foot or so. If it stays warm like this, they'll be done in a week or two. Can't make no snow. features here. Man, I haven't hit a rail in time. There's some big fat nice rails though. Oof. I'm gonna get hurt. GoPros are probably the worst camera ever. 31% battery, an hour left on the SD card, and it's just gonna turn off on me here in a second. It's gonna say low battery, powering off. 31%. GoPros are just horrible. My whole GoPro experience, both GoPros I've owned, miserable. They suck. Ski hills are freaking great. My hat flew off. Stop, grab my hat. Found me a freaking unopened fucking RT. Fuck yeah. Cat litter on the hill. Gotta make sure I get this down there. I'm gonna try and get this GoPro on my head too. Wicked. Maybe I'll keep my hat on. Try not though. Oh, we're having a glasses camera conflict here. Could feel my slitter. There's our fucking gloves. Don't put them on.
After Mike was able to solo ski for a bit, we went to go get the kids fitted for their ski gear. They wear the same size for the most part, so they'll be able to share the boots and skis between them, and Mike can only take one at a time anyway, so we're just gonna get one set. Are you so excited? Choo-Choo was the first to go. She was beyond excited to try skiing. This way. Hamilton had no interest. He did not want the boots on his feet. He just wanted to run around in the snow and play in it and just do Hamilton things and watch Choo-Choo ski for the first time. We just went down that.
It's also died. tower's charged. The tower's died.
Yeah, it's going right now. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you like the swings?
Yeah.
Free swings with every ski lift purchase.
This video is sponsored by the subscribe button. Yes, we sponsor ourselves. So if you've been watching this far, definitely hit the subscribe button. We have one more ski hill we want to hit this winter that we're going to show you guys. But just know, that trip didn't turn out as tame as this trip. This video will be a bit different than our other videos because it wasn't supposed to happen and it definitely wasn't in the drafts to be a video for your entertainment, but here we are. So let's get into it. Now, we showed up and apparently everyone else had the same idea because this place was packed for a weekday. And for being such a small ski resort, it was like packed to the gills. Welcome to Tyrol Basin Ski Resort. Offers 24 total runs and 5 ski lifts and a magic carpet in the terrain park and one in the beginners area. Longest run is half a mile and yes, they do have tubing. But it's really nice out. It's 78 degrees and yes, we're gonna ski in Wisconsin in 78-degree weather. This place was pretty small compared to the last ski hill we were at, and if you want to check out that video, I'll have it linked below for you. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute. Shushu was geared up and ready to go on an adventure. Hamilton, again, did not want to try it, but he was more tired that day than usual because we did run around at the campground a while before hopping in the car and heading over here. Shushu's favorite part? The swings. Trishini was a bit tired too. Mike said he skied down the hill with her because she didn't want to wear the skis this time. So he skied with her a few times and brought her over so he could do some solo skiing. Regular boots?
I need chocolate. I need some chocolate too. I need some chocolate too.
I'm gonna go find some. We should wait for Daddy and maybe we'll get some french fries and chocolate.
And chocolate ice cream. I can't take off my helmet. Take off my helmet.
We headed into the lodge while Mike did his thing and grabbed a snack, just a giant pretzel and fries. I just bought them some new coloring books, so they were excited for those. I try to bring coloring books and crayons almost everywhere we go.
Me and my Loopy riding up the chairlift. This girl's fearless. She don't care.
The entire basin to wave. Wave, aye.
So she wanted to go a few more times, so he geared her back up, and Mike took her out. Everything was going smoothly until up to this point. This is where everything took a turn for the worst. She gave me a little information about what happened to him. She just said he had an accident and asked the staff to come find me and the kids. Mike has been in some gnarly ski accidents in the past. So Mike tore his ACL, he thinks. So I'm in the car. He has to go to the hospital. Those walk-ups upstairs. There's a lot of stairs. I'm going to pick up Mike at the medical station. Not how I thought the night was gonna go, but it's going. So long story short, Mike did a spin while going Mach 1 and his ski caught a pile of loose slush and twisted his leg in a direction it was not meant to go. He tried to put his boot back in his ski and his knee buckled in, which is obviously not supposed to happen. Pointless to call an ambulance because it would be 35 to 40 minute drive to get there, and that's the nearest hospital. So ambulance was definitely out of the question. We did not have time to wait. So we're back at the ski hill right now because when all that chaos was going on, I forgot a ski pole. So we're back here to get a ski pole because it is 78 degrees today. And this place is probably going to close. And this will probably be its last day open. And we really got to get a ski pole. 78 degrees today, guys. I left some ski poles here at the medical area. I called earlier about them. They said that they had them. At the medical area? I don't know if they have. Should I go check there? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you're so good. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We got poles, we got kids. The next few weeks was spent going to appointments and seeing multiple doctors. We will keep you updated with everything going on there. We just got a final diagnosis recently. Mike has a level 3 torn ACL and he has a long healing journey ahead. It's crazy because Mike doesn't seem like he's in pain, even though it's huge and swollen and red, but Mike is not one to complain over pain. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of short, kind of different, and kind of a lot of real life. Make sure you give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you have been watching this long already. We have more RV life content and spring is springing and we're gaining our freedom back. Time to get that foam board down and hit the road. And as always, we will see you guys in the next one. It's the part everyone's been waiting for, I'm sure. It's time to take down the foam board.
The key to reusing it too is kind of like not tearing the paper off if you have this kind. Because the tape doesn't stick very good to the foam. So even if you gotta leave a layer of tape like that, it's fine. Just don't tear the paper off like that. Because you won't be able to stick it next year if you need it again.
You know, I feel like we literally just put this up like a few weeks ago. I just can't comprehend how fast this winter seemed to go, but hey, they say time flies when you're having a blast. The last of the snow. If you've seen our foam boarding video for this year, I mentioned that we actually reused this foam board from last year, which saved us a lot of money because foam board is not cheap, guys. And to repurchase it every year is a lot of money, time, and effort. All this was pre-cut to shape our rig, and Mike made minor adjustments. But if you want to see all the details, I recommend watching that video, and I'll also link that below for you, just to make it easier for you so you don't have to go search for it. Our oldest and I picked up all the little tape pieces that got left behind while Mike took the foam board off, and the toddlers were just kind of running around and playing. They played with the chalk, they rode their bikes and scooters, they played catch, and man, my arm got quite a workout that day. I did make a giant pretzel for everyone to share while we were outside, but that footage went missing somewhere, so the best I can do is tell you about it. But it did happen. Foamboarding is a long, tedious job, but very much worth it in the end. It definitely keeps the whole RV so much warmer because you don't get that cold wind coming through the bottom of the brake as much, seeping in all the cracks and openings underneath. I feel like winter RV professionals after completing our second winter in an RV. This winter definitely had a lot less hiccups than last year, but we had some experience in our pockets from last time. So we hope you learned something, especially if you plan on winter RVing yourself. If you want to see more of our winter RV living, you can head over to our channel, and we actually have a winter RVing playlist you can rummage through to find out more RV tips and tricks on winter camping.